Actually, it's very, very important to be together, because when we are together, it is explained, it's another reason to be happy. Because one stick, Prabhupada used to say, one stick can be broken very easily. But when you're staying together, it may be difficult, it's a bumpy road. In material life, it's usually bumpy road, so many frustrations. But when we are together, we have more chances. Nobody can bend us. So, and I always say, this is not the end, this is just bend. Right? It's not the end. And very often people getting frustrated because they don't see any hope. That's important. So today we're going to discuss about the hope and about the hold. I wrote a very nice book. Can you give me the back? Yes. Recently I wrote the book, and I would like to give this book actually to Premvilas Prabhu. And anyone who would like to have the book, I have 2 books actually. This is one book, it's called Hold One Family. Hold One Family, Symphony of Love and Compassion. And it's really, really important message, how to do things, how to improve relationships, important of staying together. We are doing such a beautiful temple here, you know. I'm dreaming when I'm going to see the temple. One day, it's coming very soon. But it's also important to build the family, those who will be serving that temple. Because if you don't have united team and family, I mean, we may have big hospital but no doctors. We can have beautiful watch but no battery, not working. So nice computer, no software. So it's very, very important to create a strong hold, and especially youth, because this is our future, really. And I'm always speaking about the cross relay. You know, when people are running 10 kilometers, they're running 10 kilometers and 100 meters each. And after 100 meters, this relay given to another one in this team. Together, everyone achieves more. And I always say, team, push, hold. Together, everyone achieves more. Push, pray until something happens. And hold, home of love and devotion. So this is a book, how to do, what is the secrets of relationships, what is the secrets, really. And we'll touch few things today. And this is a book we wrote, our team of devotees, we also hold, but this is about analysis of Vaishnava Aparadha. Because once we have family together, once we embark on this process, so what happens, I mean, people start to elbow each other, you know. You have seen sometimes the example of the crabs, you know, crabs. When you're putting these crabs in one bucket, no need to put them, to cover them, no need. Nobody going to run away, don't worry. They will not allow each other to run away. If anyone will start to come out, others will pull him down. So that's very much inappropriate for any spiritual community. So in order to avoid the crab symptoms, we have to know how to avoid these offenses. There's so many offenses, and particularly it's like a workshop book with questions and answers, and you can just work also. If somebody interested, I can give to you this book, so it's very nice. Prabhuji, this is for you. Hare Krishna. Home of love. So he is like Bhishma Pitamaha. It will be really nice. And trust me, I brought one box of this book because it's like a little heavy. And by the time I reached, I went San Francisco, Los Angeles, and I went to Mississippi, I went, New Brindavan, Gita Nagari, and I was trying to hide, and I hide one copy for you, but just for Premilas. But I do have these books, one more box arriving from Nepal to New York, so we can send one box to you also here. Very, very important. And this is a analysis of Vaishnava Aparadhas. I do have 10-20 copies with me here. Okay, so this is just precautions, do and don'ts, because before we embark on this journey, we don't want to see many smiling faces, crying hearts, right? How are you? Fine. Very good. But we need really it's called nature of each and every living entity. It's atyantika sukha pravritti, atyantika dukkha nivritti. So by nature, living entity full of happiness. Everybody want to be happy, isn't it? How nice we had kirtan at Sunday, everybody jumping, and that's naturally, no need to bribe anyone, and we didn't hire some people to come here to dance for us. No. There is one story that one guy became so frustrated. He was so frustrated, burned out, completely burned out. He came to psychiatrist. He came to psychiatrist and said, "Doctor, I am about to commit suicide. I'm so sorry. I'm done with this life. It's not too much, it's 4 much for me already. 3 much, 4 much, 5 much. I'm going to commit suicide, burnout." And doctor said, wait, my dear, wait, just wait. Cool down. He started to share his experience. As for me, I'm also working with crazy people, trust me. And by the end of the week, I'm also smoking, and I'm, as I say in Hindi, Jaisa Sang Vaisa Rang. So I'm dealing with the crazy people. I'm also burned out completely by the end of the week. And it was 7 much for me last week. And I took my wife and kids and I went to one circus. Very beautiful circus arrived to our city, Columbus. And big circus. And we went for the performance of that circus. Beautiful, we were laughing. There is very nice clown there. Super. He make everyone laugh. Everybody laughing head off, I completely forgot about all my problems. I would suggest you go to the circus and attend the performance. You never mind, you pay money, you be in the performance of that clown. I guarantee you, after 3 hours, you'll forget about all your problems. Okay? So that guy said, "Doctor, I am that clown." I am that clown. I have to smile because I have to smile. This is my job. How are you guys? But inside, I want to commit suicide. This is very frustrating, actually, sometimes, isn't it? Have you ever found yourself, sometimes, to some degree, to be a such clone, hell with everywhere, everything and everyone? No, it should not be that. Because we shouldn't come to that critical point where we just wait. Usually we're giving lectures and we are thinking, oh, we are giving lectures for other people. And other people sitting, oh yeah, very nice example. I can use this in my lecture also, very good. But it's for all these young people, those who came for the first time, by the way. Not for me, because I know everything. And usually in material life, if you want to understand anything, there are 3 main obstacles, the major obstacles, 3 obstacles. I know that. It's for others. I know that. Wait, maybe something for me also in between the lines. And guess, I told to our students, you have to always, you also try to do this exercise. Today we can have quite a few exercises if you want. I can make it out-of-box presentation today if you want. We can make some kind of games and team building few exercises. You want? Yes. And you'll never forget this program today. But you have to do this program, not me. Don't expect, oh, some monkey going to entertain us. No. You're going to entertain each other now. And you're going to entertain me. Oh, I'll be laughing. I tell you. I'll do some exercises with you today, and you will see how we'll be laughing. So, yes, to accept something, we have to be, first of all, eager to accept. We have to be always in the position of disciple, right? To learn, desire to learn something, like sponge, We have to, tasmat gurum prapaddita jigyasu shreya uttamam. So that's why, to avoid that clown syndrome, we want to be genuinely happy, really genuinely happy. Because sometimes I'm coming, even spiritual organizations, many people, they have to do what they have to do because they have to do it, okay. Sometimes we're chanting mantras, snig snig hiri hiri brum brum, snig snig hiri hiri brum brum. Just to complete the job. Who done? No. Because I promised somebody that I have to going to move these rounds around, and I have to pull this beats somehow, and I have to complete this 16. Oh no! And sometimes it happens by 12 o'clock at night. Oh, no. And one round lasts to 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Ha, ha, like this. So we don't want that. Sometimes I see this is life. We are all busy, rat race, like that, surviving. One guy told me in Mumbai. He said, "This world and this, life is like a rat race, and even you will win the rat race. At the end, you are still the rat. Nothing changed. Information, no transformation. So that's why we don't want to remain the rats or chuchundras. Yes. In Russia, we had one scientist. His name was Pavlov. Have you heard the name Pavlov? He was studying the reflexes of animals, reflex. And he made this experiment, real. He put one rat in the cage, and he made 2 windows there. Okay? In one window, he put some sweets, some cheese. Another one, he put some little electricity, like 50, 100 volt. So, and put that rat and connected some brain, neuro robotics, something, to the brain. And the rat comes inside the cage, very busy to get out from. You've seen, when you're putting the rat in the box, the rat becomes so disturbed to get out from here. But after some time, this rat understands, oh, I cannot get out from here. So it's sitting peacefully, just watching. Sant Mahatma ho gaya. But then, khali pet na bhajan gopala, so lelu apna kanthi mala. So he need to eat something. So he has 2 windows. So he start to explore the cage. What is here? Anyway, let me take best profit from bad bargain. Coming to the window where it's sweets, not bad. And ting, green light, because positive reflex, ting, green light start to light. And this Pavlov getting too positive. And then this rat coming finally to this window where is the electricity. Some red light. So after a while, this rat getting to adjust, good, bad, green, red, green, so it's become reflex. So by reflex already going left side more often than to the right. Then when it became fixed reflex, this Pavlov, he changes the window, just changed. So in this, our dear rat, next morning going to the office to get some positive, while what happened? And all of a sudden problem. Whatever was very good and stable life and peaceful and salary was coming in time, all of a sudden coronavirus or diabetes or something happens. How come? So, and then slowly takes time to readjust. Okay, now in this city very bad, let me move to Columbus. It might be better. So, okay, now he's good, he's bad. I am giving Patridas purpose. Patridas Samhita commentaries. So you can understand how it's applicable for us. Sometimes life making us to change the position, change the house, change the job, anything. Oh, very tough. But we again readjusting ourselves. Okay, now this is green, this is red. This is nice, this is bad. And after some times again we adjusted. Okay, now peaceful life. Good, bad, okay. Then again he changing this windows. Now our dear red were completely in puzzle. Analysis, paralysis through analysis, trying to understand where is it good, where is it bad, where is green, red, where, he started to write PhD research, where is it good, and that moment when the red become too much absorbed in artificial intelligence, door of this cage, he opens the door, moksha dwaram pavritam. He opens the door, now my dear red, get out, you can run, very enthusiastic, now you are free. And this rat saying, don't you understand? I don't have time. I'm doing very important research about which windows which, good or bad. I don't have time. And rat became paralyzed, it's not as enthusiastically, doesn't run away, because became absorbed with where is this electricity, where is the sweets, where is the danger, where is the good, like that. We become so much absorbed, it become abhinivesha. Avidya asmita raga dvesha abhinivesha. Bhayadvitiya abhinivesha tasya, Shastra says. Abhinivesha means absorption of this material body. We are too much absorbed. Yatha griha kshetra sutapta vitar janasya mohoyamaham mameti. We are absorbed with our material facilities, our activity, work, as if this mosquito will die and the world will stop without me. Nothing will happen. Trust me. If today all of us, me, you, anyone, will stop existing, this world will not stop existing. It will be continue as if nothing happened. But we are thinking, if only I will stop to be here, something will happen. Nothing will happen. Trust me, nothing will happen. Recently, a few days ago, just a few weeks ago, my very, very close friend, one of the very powerful Russian preachers, he left this world. Because he was in the airport, he said, I was traveling a few years ago and they were trying to make my test of my coronavirus. I was very late for the flight and they got this option right in the airport. For $40, they can do instant test. So I will not miss my flight. So I agree, okay, let me do instant test. So I can save my flight. Otherwise, I have to wait for 1 day in my flight. I will lose my flight. I will miss my flight. So he went right in the airport to get his test. And they put some big, he signed some paper and he break his nose, something so painful. What are you doing? No, sir. You sign yourself agreements that you agree for this experiment. What experiment? So, and something happened. And then later on he began to know that he got some cancer, melanoma or something like that. So sometimes can happen unexpectedly. And we ask him, is it anything you are really burn out in your life and frustrated and you would do differently if you will be given another chance? He said, one thing only I am frustrated. Why did I agree with this test? Very young man, very, very enthusiastic, very top preacher. And I was wondering about that. Now he's not with us. We're remembering him. Of course we are remembering him. For a couple of years we'll still remember him. After 50 years, after 100 years, nobody will remember his name, perhaps. So life is like that. But when we're leaving behind ourselves beautiful mark of Krishna consciousness, like for example, we're having this temple, right? Temple will exist for 100 or whatever, few hundred more years. Really, this is a very, very important point. We have to leave the landmark. This is the international movement, global movement, spiritual movement. It's not international seating for Krishna consciousness. This is international movement. So that's why when we are doing these things, we have to understand that we should not be paralyzed like that rat. Now we were given chance by Srila Prabhupada, by our parampara, Guru Varga. We were given chance to do something valuable in this life. Really. That's why we have to somehow we have to come together and to spread this beautiful knowledge, this beautiful movement in whatever place we are located. By surrendering our mind, speech, intelligence, arthair, praner, arthair dhiya vacha, shreyas acharanam sada. So that's why it is one wonderful opportunity. How to be not that paralyzed and pessimistic and frustrated. Once His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj once said, don't think less about yourself. I'm so bad. No, don't think less about yourself. Less think about yourself. Don't think about yourself less. Simply less think about yourself. So what to do with that? I'll just give you, this is all teachings which we are sharing with you. We took it from work of Srila Prabhupada. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he spent his life, 70 years old man came to America, and as we discussed on this Sunday, he did this sacrifice, and we are all sitting here because of his sacrifice. We are all result of his sacrifice. So no pain, no gain. Sometimes we want to get everything nice, inspiration for free. No. We have to do something. You have to sacrifice something. You can never ever discover the new land unless you're willing to give up the sight of seashore. You getting the point? Unless you willingly give up the sight of seashore, you can never discover new land. Ship is always safe in harbor, but it's not what it's made for. Ship made to cross the ocean. So sometimes we have to take some challenges, we have to take some risk for higher purpose. So that's why Srila Prabhupada did it. And I'll tell you the story. This is the story I was telling about one lady. She was traveling from Israel to Ukraine, and she got her flight delay. When she became delayed, so she was thinking what to do. Let me just buy one magazine and cookies and go and wait. So she went for the business launch and was reading the magazine and taking cookies, which she purchased in airport. And beside her, amazingly enough, another guy sit down, also with magazine, and started to read it. When he was reading, he also started to take one by one the cookies she was eating. Hey, it was too much for her. Same thing. She was so frustrated. Hey, how dare this guy taking my cookies without even asking permission? Doesn't he know Vaishnava offense aparadha? Didn't he read the book? Hold Vaishnava aparadha? Nonsense. But she was trying to control herself not to create any scene and drama. Okay, let me see. For each and every cookie this guy took, she took, and he also took. When last cookie remained, so she was thinking, let me see what this nerve is going to do. And this guy took this cookie, make half, give half to her, and half eat himself. That was so much for her. How dare he do that? So he grabbed her luggage without saying anything, and just very angry went to the checking, boarding, whatever. And she sat down in the flight. When she sat down in the flight, she decided to continue reading. She opened her purse and bag to take the glasses, to continue reading. And to her amazement, she found that her cookies were inside the bag. She forgot to take it out. That packet was his cookies, not her cookies. Those cookies were his cookies, not my cookies, because she saw, oh, my cookies in my purse. I forgot to take it out. And she felt very frustrated, really frustrated. What to do now? And I cannot ask forgiveness anymore, because this opportunity will never take place again in my life. So, and there is no time to apologize, there is no time of asking forgiveness. So in our life, four things you will never be able to bring back. First one, when you throw the stone in the ocean, you can never recover it. Second one is a word. When you're speaking the word to your near and dear people, think 10 times before you cut. Because the word is the most powerful weapon in this world. One word can create the disaster, wars, right? Between two leaders, and then they're waging war against each other. History is proof. We can never get occasion, opportunity. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can never get it back. And last one, of course, not the least one, is the time. Ayusha kshano ekopi nalabhyah sona koti bhihi. 1 second of time we can never bring back. Therefore, especially youth. Yovanam cha. So this is youth. It's such a wonderful time when we can use for the higher purpose. Not just simply drink, marry, enjoy because tin din ka jivan ho bhog karo. No? Enjoy life because like a slogan of gladiators. Enjoy your life full speed because life is 3 days, because for tomorrow we're going to die anyway. No, this is frustrating message. There is much more in life than simply increasing speed. And as Mother Teresa used to say, my place in this universe much more important for me than place in any multinational company. This is a poem I would like to read with all of you. Who would like to read loudly? Let me read it quickly. Let me read quickly. I read of the man who stood to speak at the funeral of the friend. He referred to the dates of her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came her date of birth and spoke the following date with the tears. But he said what matters the most of all was the dash between those years. For the dash represents all the time she spent alive on earth. And now only those who loved her know what that little line was worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there the things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what is true and real, and always try to understand the way the other people feel, and be less quick to judge and anger, and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we had never loved before. If we treat each other with respect, and more often wear the smile, remembering that this special dash might only last for a little while. So when your eulogies been read, with your life's action to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? There is a very nice book of Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Most Successful People. If you have heard about that, he speaks about habits, and one of the habits he says, start from the end. Imagine that you're already like in funeral and his last rites about to be done for you, and you're listening how people glorify you. Oh, he had done this much, he had done this and that, and he touched my heart. And what would you like to hear, what people are going to tell about you? Interesting. So start from the end. Because as once Shipata Indra Prabhu, very wonderful kirtani and singer of our movement, wonderful devotee, he told me, if your eyes cannot see the goal, how you can expect your legs to reach there? If you don't know where, no wind will be favorable for you unless you know where is your ship sailing. So if I don't know where is my ship sailing, never wind will be favorable for you. So very, very important to set up the goals and aim. So one of the solutions, it's my humble experience in life, that you can never be happy unless you have a team of people with you. Would you like to have today just few exercises for team building? I think it's very, very important. Make sense? Because you can make many, many bricks together, but it looks like wall or building. But what's most important is the cement between those bricks, connection, what kind of mixture you put in between. So very, very important. We can do this. And we have our team from Nepal, and usually we take them all over the world. Last year we were traveling also. We came here also with our team. We stayed in Rupa Prabhu's house also, and we traveled, Europe, Asia, Thailand, just to be together, to hang around together. And once in a year we have all devotees coming together. It's very, very important. Because, we are always saying, we are not inheriting this planet from our forefathers. We are borrowing it from our children. So, and as Burnout show, he said, now we learn to fly through the sky like the birds. We are swimming in the water like the fish, but we forgot how to walk on the earth as a human beings. Sometimes we have to be human beings. Sometimes we have to be... yes, and this is the message. This is the message which I wanted to share with you practically. I lived through that, and what I'm going to tell you today, it's just nothing, just fill up the gap and just to keep up you busy. No, I'm just sharing you my realizations, what I saw in life. I happened to be, as Prabhuji was mentioning, a commando officer. I was 6 years professionally trained commando of Soviet Union Army that time. But I was thinking something wrong in this script. However, so much army we have and so much national budget and taxes of people going for the defense and army and the weapon, still there is no peace. There is no lack of weapon. One atomic bomb or ballistic missile or one helicopter or F-6 flight cost you millions and millions of dollars. Unbelievable. 100 million, 90 million dollars. Where is the peace? And to feed one plate of poor child or to make one temple cost you very, very few funds comparing to the military expenses. So people are fearful because there's so much absorbed abhinivesha, bhayadvitiya, abhinivesha tasya, in this material existence. And we are not this material body. That's the catch. Ajo nityam shashvatayam purana hanyati hanyamani sharire. So we are not this body. We are inside this body. We are Atma. We are soul. And that spiritual knowledge is very, very much lacking in modern society. That's why I'm so proud actually. I'm very happy when I'm coming to the places where people making this spiritual establishments, temples, which are the actually like Vaikuntha embassies, places where we can send people back to God by giving them spiritual knowledge, not just simply. So we need many, many doctors. And if somebody will tell me 40 years ago, when I was army officer, let's say, oh, in future, you're going to become monk, you're going to travel all over the world, you're going to speak whatever languages are you speaking, and you're going to establish more than 60 temples, you're going to feed, more than 10,000 children every day, you're going to make hospitals, gurukulas, schools for children, whatever, you can go into, whatever. So many things you're going to do. I said, what? Forget it. I would never believe it. Seriously. I would never believe. You're going to speak Nepali or Hindi. Я всегда говорю, если я буду говорить на русском языке, вы ничего не поймете. Только один человек может понять здесь, по-русски. Кто-нибудь понимает по-русски? Did you understand something? Same thing I was feeling in English. English is not my language, by the way. In Russia, hardly people used to speak English in 90s and 80s. Nothing. I was just, every day I was studying 1, 2, 3 words every day in the cards like this. Writing, and I was studying every day something. Practice makes man perfect. And then later on, of course, other languages, etc. Just to be able to cross the ignorance and to touch the heart of people. That was my inspiration actually. You can never expect people to lend their helping hand unless you're able to touch their heart. I remember when I was small, 5 years old, my mom asked me, she told me personally, when you were 5 years old, I asked you, what you're going to become? Babu, my son, who you want to be? When I was a small kid, and parents, they're asking sometimes, teacher asking children, my dear children, who you would like to become when you become big? And somebody said, I want to be doctor, I want to become policeman, I want to become astronaut, I want to become whatever, taxi driver. And, and one boy said, I want to be happy. So teacher said, no, boy, you didn't understand the question. I'm asking you, who you want to become? And he said, I want to be happy. No, you didn't understand the question. This boy said, no, teacher, you didn't understand the answer. Actually, we don't want to be burnout of being big film star or prime minister. Smiling faces, crying hearts. No, I don't know. I want, whoever I am going to become, I want to be happy. It doesn't matter who are you, as long as you are happy. So that's the secret. And I asked my mom. Mom asked me, who you want to become? And I told her that time, Mom, whenever I'll become big, I'll be traveling all over the world and I will be bringing the message of peace all over the world, and I will be preaching about the peace around the world. And that's what I'm doing now. Amazingly enough, that's what we are doing now. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, he somehow engaged us in this mission of compassion. It is. It's not less, not more. It is Gyatva shantim richati. Krishna comes in this world to give us this knowledge, light of knowledge. Tishamavano kampartham aham agyanajam tamaha nasayamatma bhavachto jnana dipena bhashvataha. I brought this torchlight of knowledge to show the way to people. So in the government of Nepal, and somebody will tell me, oh, government of Nepal will give you the highest award, like Padma Shri in India, Jana Seva Shri top award. One guy got who climbed Everest, another one myself. I was laughing. Why? And what was the statement? Statement was for the spreading Sanatana Dharma and for uplifting the consciousness of people. For that. Who am I? What kind of uplifter am I? Who am I? No, because we are like one part of one wonderful family, team. All credit goes to wonderful devotees of our team. We are doing together. But like sometimes one team winning in Olympic Games, right? Captain of the team getting the trophy. But actually the result comes also everybody getting golden medals, isn't it? But as a duty part, captain of the team is just accepting the trophy. But he never takes credit for himself. Because he knows you can never do anything alone. And I wrote one statement, my portfolio. If I have to help anyone on my journey, on my life journey, let me do it now. Because I will not be able to pass this place twice again. When you're walking, you're not going to come back. Time will never wait for you. If you get opportunity to do something good, do it immediately. Shubhasya sigram. Jo kal kare to aaj, jo aaj kare to ab. Pal mein pralaya hogi, bahuri karoge kab. In Hindi they say. So, very important. And there are different stages we're going to go through. I'll briefly only mention. You can study this. I'm just giving you tips. There is one pyramid. It's called Maslow's pyramid. How many of you heard this pyramid? Very, very important. So similarly, many people in this society, they're going through different stages. Same pyramid in spiritual reality also. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jnanamaya. First is physical, very animalistic level. Eating, sleeping, sex, fighting, I want, Then we have to understand we are not alone. There is Pranamaya. There is some other people also. And there is also, Jnanamoya. We have to get knowledge, go into schools. We have to learn something from others. Then Vijnana, we have to implement this knowledge. And then Anandamaya. Topmost, to get happiness from burnout, we have to climb the ladder. So similarly, there is social security, physical security, but there is spiritual connection must be there. Very often in this world, people watering the tree on which they're going to hang themselves. Srila Prabhupada used to say, modern civilization is making skyscrapers, and then after making skyscraper, committing suicide from the same skyscraper. Yes, if you'll see, type, Mama Google, what is the rate of suicide nowadays? People are so frustrated. Unbelievable, even including America. Especially people from different countries, those who are refugees, they had to come here. They cannot adjust with their own culture here. They cannot accept local culture. They forgetting their real culture, and they become like between two fires. They so frustrating people. So many emergency calls comes to me also. We can see that. So, and sometimes people smiling to each other, how are you? But they want to kill each other. Just all this political smile. There's such a frustrating political, because people they don't want to do what they're doing to please people they don't like, to do what they don't like to do, and to earn money which they didn't deserve. We have many wonderful IT, IIT, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, whatnot, everything in our hands, iPhone, iPod, iTouch, everything is now. But so many means, but we still cannot cross all those problems. Problems only growing higher and higher. Did you notice that? I tell you, our generations, we were so happy. We didn't have these mobile telephones, a weapon of destruction, a weapon of destruction is destructing us and destructing us. Our children, our generation, we used to play from morning to evening, football, outside, playing sports, hardly sitting at home. Nowadays, I see young generation in airports and houses, play games, so all these, too much. They became, and small children wearing these big -5 glasses, +5 glasses, like this like lens. Because they're glued already to the screen nowadays. Even a small baby, I've seen parents, okay, babu, take. They're giving some game, 2 years old baby, and you're taking that iPad from that baby, or crying. Have you had this experience? Or it's only in Ukraine? Here also, huh? Too much. And it's becoming like this, you see? Look at this. Let me just wait a minute. Let me... Look at this. I'll have to have more mic here. This is our life. This is our life. Sometimes, you have to smile. But as Confucius, he said, you have two lives. One, one which you have, and second one starts when you begin to understand and realize that you have only one. And I believe also, Bernard Shaw also said you have two lives, and the second one starts when you understand that you were born, and second one you understand why you were born. Unless you're asking this question, who am I, why I'm living, like simply ahara, nidra, bhayamaitunam, eating, sleeping, sex and fighting, what's the big deal? So it's something more. And we're trying to satisfy this. Why people burn out? I was talking about last time about 4 types of adrenalines in our body, dopamine, endorphin, serotonin and oxytocin. You know that, right? So in the final one comes from making relationship. Oxytocin means when you're making relationship with people, it stays forever. Especially when you're making a relationship with God, not when you're getting everything. God give and forgive, and man get and forget. No. So that's why we have to work very hard. We have to have deep root of understanding what we are doing. I was traveling in Bahrain, one country, and I saw this tree of life. I was mentioning the example. There's one in desert, so burnout desert, but one tree is green. They call it tree of life. You can type Mama Google, you can know more about that. So I was thinking, let me see that tree. And it's really nothing is there, but one tree is so green and beautiful. And I asked the guide, why? I said, because this tree has such a deep root, very deep root, that even in desert can reach the water. So similarly, devotees, they can be happy in desert or in oasis. They can become happy in heaven or hell, doesn't matter. As they say in Hindi, Jaha Ram Waha Ayodhya. If there is Ram in the forest, that's happiness for us. Whenever there is nothing important what lovers they are talking about, as long as they are together, isn't it? As long as lovers together, who cares? When you're staying with people you really love, genuinely respect, who cares? Difficulties becomes fun. In fact, it becomes spices of life. So, but what to do if you don't have those deep roots? What to do? I was just now coming from Sequoia Forest in California. I visited one Prabhupada disciple there. Huge tree, you can't believe, like 3,000 years old, tallest entities in this planet, perhaps. It takes so many people to just to cross them, just to hold them. And this tree is amazingly enough, they don't have big roots, very small roots, 2-3 meters only, but huge. How they surviving? They living together as a groups. I noticed. They living as a group, mother tree standing and then all the other trees around her. And then under the ground, they interconnected. They interconnected. That's making people so much strong that even the hurricanes like Rita, Catherine, hurricanes can take big skyscrapers. But even hurricanes cannot uproot this forest. That's strong they are. That's the power of being together. So I'm always saying, if you really want to go fast, you have to go alone. But if you want to go far, we have to go together. That's the principle. So one of the principles, it's like an orchestra, same thing. When you may play beautiful music, but we are independent, dependent, interdependent. So what I'm trying to say, I'll not speak too many things, but I'll mention to you, how important to have a friends. How important to have a friends in our life. To have juniors, to have equals, to have seniors. These are scriptures, they say. Unless we have a family of equal-minded people, friends to us, then we'll never be happy. Really, never. Shastra says, scriptures explains. So there must be some people to whom you can show compassion, juniors. There must be people with whom you can be friends, equals, and there must be people to whom you have to respect and serve. Do you know the fact? Just a small fact. I'll take a few more minutes from you. 15 years ago in Africa, they accepted the permission to kill old elephants. Big elephants. They allowed to kill them because they're useless, as they thought. Because they're not reproducing themselves. I mean, there is no any relationship with she-elephants anymore. They're too old and they're just simply occupying the space. So you can kill them. And the hunters, they started to kill the elephants for these big tasks, And what happened? So-called useless elephants. Next year, young elephants started to fight for she-elephant and started to kill each other. They started to fight with each other, young elephants, because there's so much passion. So for some she-elephants, they started to kill each other. And nobody could stop them. Stop, it's like huge mountain. And then what they noticed, scientists, then when it's very hot in Africa, there's no water, and all elephants become bewildered. She-elephants became bewildered. Children became bewildered. They don't know where to get the water. And all the herds of elephants started to die out of lack of water. And then they make research. They realized why these young elephants, young generation started to kill each other. Because before they were not killing each other. Why? Because when they were about to kill each other and fight with each other, these big old elephants, they used to come. They were afraid and they were like mediators. They never allowed this because they were just moving in the herd. They were just moving there. And when it was very thirsty time, no water, when elephants dying out of water scarcity, these old elephants, they live their life. They know where is the water, and they were slowly moving in direction where those water sources were there, and everybody blindly following them. Amazingly enough, so they were the source of wisdom. They were a source of power in the family of elephants. So similarly, if there is no respect, if there is not availability of the seniors to us, who can guide by experience, people can never be happy. That's another one source of burnout nowadays. Young generation, all the people, Buddha, what is it thinking? What are you thinking? I am young generation. I have ChatGPT in my hand. I know everything. And say, yes, before people used to touch the feet of father and mother. You know that? And there is a big science behind. When you're touching the feet of father and mother, naturally father and mother putting their hands on your head. It becomes circle. It's like become blessings coming true. They naturally giving you their life experience to you, blessing you with your humility. Nowadays, I can give you statistics. So many young people, they're running away from home and opening old age houses. They're paying for their old parents. They don't want to take care of them because they're independent. That's why they cannot get that experience of life. That's why they're killing each other, fighting with each other. They're not getting married. They're frustrated, committing suicide. I don't want to frustrate you and burn out you, but I'm giving you a solution of what? Of happiness. How to be from burnout to happiness. This is an example of 92 Olympics Games, real story. This is a story of how to be when we have. This is the case happened in 1992 Olympic Games when this, God Bhakti Shastri Bhakti Vaibhava, he's snoring in Sanskrit and he know how to play tirikatata, boom, boom, boom. Or he just knowing how to do 4-2-3-7, or he just did some other achievements. Nothing about that. It's something about relationships. It's about being for each other. And it's giving such a sense of belonging. Other day we were sitting with the kids and with some devotees. And we were okay, what is the greatest demand in society nowadays? I said, type ChatGPT. Just let's find this guy, he knows better than us statistically. What's the most important, highest demand in society, right? And this says, the highest demand and social problem. People not feeling connected. They don't have sense of belonging. They just lonely, frustrated, burn out. That's it. That's why Prabhupada created this world where everybody can live. And I'll just simply conclude with when I wrote my mission. Actually, okay, let me just tell you this. Everybody of us, we have to write down, this is homework. Now we're coming to the homework, okay? Everybody of you should understand what is my mission, what is my goal, what is my mission. Have you ever write down your mission of life? Have you ever of you wrote down the mission of my life? Honestly. Just living along the line, okay, living as it goes, okay, let's go automatically, something, I'll reach somewhere. No, you have to, dream is always dream, but success is a dream plus timetable and deadline. Very important. Timetable and deadline. So we have to write it down. This is homework for all of you. Write down what is the goal, what is my mission in life. Just write it down. And then not now, but at home you write down. And then second thing, what can I sacrifice for that mission? So you can understand the price of your mission. And you can understand your own price. What can I sacrifice to achieve that mission? Otherwise, simply sentiment, I want to become pure devotee. I want to help all world. Are you ready to pay the price? Hey, hello. Otherwise, you'll be only sentimental. So I want to create the family. Do you know how costly it is? I'm getting idea already how costly it is. How difficult to bring people together. So I wrote my mission once. To teach people in general the methods of spiritual practices in order to restore the disturbed balance, very much disturbed balance in the value system of the modern society, and to help them to achieve their true happiness, unity and prosperity. So, and very much messenger of compassion, Srila Prabhupada. When I met him, this wonderful movie, we know that, right? Hare Krishna, the mantra, and the Swamiji who started this all. How many of you seen this movie? You watch this movie, it's very interesting. Historical movie. How things started. And how he made so many hippies into happies. They were burnouts completely. Frustrated people, trying to take shelter in marijuana, LSD and stuff. Free love. Nothing is there. Like sometimes cow in India, I've seen many times. Do I have a few more minutes? You okay? Because I know it's very, very important. And I know I'm not rushing anywhere because I really want to address the point. Sometimes you have seen in India, one cow moving and this guy is making this as a sugar candy juice. You have seen this machine? They're putting the sugar candy and then again putting it double, molding it double, putting inside them, then again molding triple, 4 times, 4-fold, and then become like big thick. They'll not drop, even one drop will not leave. छोड़ दे ना नहीं छोड़ेगा कभी भी एक drop भी एक बूंद भी नहीं छोड़ेगा. So when it become like paper, completely dry like paper. They are of no use already, throwing. And it's still green color, so some foolish cow comes, thinking that some juice is there, nothing is there. And then another cow comes behind. And because of saliva of previous cow, it looks like juicy, you know. So this thing, okay, maybe some juice is there, maybe. Let me try. And also taking the same and hoping against hope for a few years. But I read on the internet, should be happiness. Mine. Then third cow and third cow. So and finally everybody became frustrated. Because there is no happiness in material things. As we say, it was a time people used the things and loved the people. Now they love the things and use the people. People use the things and love the people, but they now love the things and use the people, right? So, and when I met Srila Prabhupada and his teachings, this is my photo 40 years ago, by the way. Yes. I cannot believe myself now, but hardly you can recognize maybe. So I was in cadet. I just entered the military academy. I had my machine gun and training. It's like really tough. And if that time somebody will tell me that you're going to become monk, forget it. I will never believe him. No. But now we are traveling. We have so many cows. We have more than 500 cows. We have so many children. We are opening this. We are traveling, giving some big programs for thousands of people. We are members of United Nations and stuff. And it's fulfilling when you're becoming the instrument of goodwill, basically, right? We're opening hospitals, Bhaktivedanta Hospital. Also, we're working with Mumbai Hospital, devotees. Opening Gurukula schools, going from village to village. And I was telling, I'm still not tired to tell this example because many people say never heard it. About my mom. When I became army man, my parents became burnout and I was burnout. They kicked me out from the house. I told you last time, yesterday. Did I show you a video? No. So, okay, this is my mom. When it was war in Ukraine, war was there, now this 3 years already going on. Heavy bombing, everything. I said, Mom. And for 27 years, I never talked with my parents because they kicked me out from the house. And my mom told me, I'm ashamed of you, you crazy, what is this bad shit, antenna. What is antenna? You like alien, people laughing at us. I am ashamed of you, my son. I said, Mom, have you been ever ashamed? I asked her. And she said, no, I was always proud. You were army commando, Carmen, like ceremonial king. Whenever I used to come, she called all the neighbors, all the relatives, hey, my son, my son. I said, what happened now? No, but now you are not like everybody. You're not smoking, no drinking, no intoxication, not going to nightclub. Something wrong, beta? I said, no, I am fine. But anyway, she'll go out, don't come home because she was bank manager, so I am ashamed of you. So I told her, Mom, you never been ashamed. I promise you in future, you will never be ashamed. This much. And I left. For 7 years, I never came home. But because of war started, I said, Mom, I called, can I take you out from there? Can you give me a chance to do my duty as a son? So somehow or other, she's zero English language, nothing. But I took her to India. I took her to Vrindavan, Rishikesh, Haridwar. I put her in Ganga. I said, until you learn Mahamantra, I will not let you out from the water. And she was sitting, Rama, Rama, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Rama, Krishna. Not correct. Again. For 25 minutes, for half an hour, she was sitting in cold water. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Okay. So, and she learned how to say Hari Bol. I taught her 3 mantras. Jai Patita Pavana, He Patita Pavana, Gauranga Nityananda, He Patita Pavana, Gauranga Nityananda. Another mantra I taught her, Hari Bol, because she asked me how to speak. I don't know Hindi, I don't know English, how to say people, I want to eat, bye-bye, hello, how. I said, you say Hari Bol. In India, everybody will understand. So she very nicely was going everywhere. Hey, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, like everywhere. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And I took her to Vrindavan, Puri, Mayapur, everywhere. Rishikesh, Haridwar. And then we came to Nepal. When we came to Nepal, man, in airport, some big security, salam, army, red carpet, VVIP treatment, so many garlands putting on her. Even, some she met president of country, got some gift from president. And so many garlands, and she looking at in airport, he coming. and looking at me and saying, "Son, who are you?" I said, "Mom, I'm your son. I'm your son. That's all. I told you, no." So, and then when she came back to temple, our devotees put sari on her, such a care, give her all this arati plate. She was doing arati, and I was thinking, "Hey, Krishna." And when she arrived to Kathmandu, and so many students, thousands of students and parents came and putting, it's kind of, Guru Mata, oh, they received his garlands. And she was thinking, what's going on? She never expected. She was thinking, I'm crazy alien, somewhere in monk in some cave. And she would say, Hare Krishna, and then, hey Patita Pavana Gauranga Nityananda. And she asked me, what does it mean? I said, doesn't matter, just keep talking, keep speaking. Hey Patita Pavana. She was just parrotizing everything. So, and I was wondering, oh no, Krishna, this lady kicked me out from the house 27 years ago, by the way. and no, but she was so happy. She was, wow, I thought I have only one son, but now I understand I have so many sons, so many daughters. It's my family. And she started to give blessings to everyone. Blessings, blessings. Everybody blessed. Like that. She was so burnt out, but she became so happy. And of course, later on, she was with us for 5-6 months. She started to make this, toy. She started to make toys for children. She used to do all this seeing, and then making toys, Krishna and Radha, teaching the girls in Gurukula how to make toys. But then she got cancer after 5-6 years, 6 months. And then I said, what to do now? So I put her in the best hospital, for 1 month, everything, facilities, everything. But then cancer is cancer. So I said, what to do now, Mom? And she told, take me to Vrindavan. Where is your Krishna? Take me there. I want to go there. So I said, you cannot walk anymore. And I said, okay, don't worry. I am army officer. I manage. And I arranged a helicopter. So I brought her to Vrindavan by helicopter. And when we came to Vrindavan, next morning she told me, what? Krishna came to me and told me he will take me after 2 days. I am going to him. I said, we don't have much time, I said. So I took her to Yamuna, to different temples, like in stretches, in ambulance. We did some arati to Yamuna, because Yamuna, Yamaraj, they are brother and sister. So like that, and the temples. And then I brought her, we have a hospice, Bhaktivedanta hospice there, so the devotees give a room for her. And I was doing, and amazingly enough, after 3 days, we had 2,000 devotees from Nepal yatra. I was supposed to guide the yatra. And I was thinking what to do. I cannot go with devotees and everybody coming to Vrindavan because we're supposed to be guiding them in yatra. And Krishna said, okay, don't worry, I'll manage everything. I'll take her before yatra. So, and I was reading Bhagavad Gita. Om Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samavitaya Yutsavaha. So I completed and Sarva Dharman Parityaja Yatha Yogeshwara Krishna Yatha Arjundanurdaha Vijay Bhavishityan Tirmatir Mama. I finished the Bhagavad Gita and very shortly she left the body. And she told me that in this 5 months I got so much love I never got in all my life. So that is actually the secret of happiness, from being burned down from this material life to come to the level of happiness and the home of love and devotion. We have to create such an environment where people, just by coming in this environment, they completely become surcharged. That's our secret. This is our wonderful opportunity given by Srila Prabhupada to us. That's why it's very, very important to be together. We, from our heart, inviting everyone to visit Nepal. We do have our own problems. Don't think that we are ideal Vaikuntha society. We also, so many misunderstanding happens, but it doesn't matter. Like in family, husband and wife sometimes fighting, but nobody taking it seriously, because by tomorrow everything will be okay. Because we have to live together for the rest of our life. So we have Gurukulas, we have Yatras, we have, this is wonderful opportunity, and this is, I am very proud of your Yatra, also Columbus. You please kindly make this family very strong, very, very, happy family. Under the guidance of Premvilas Prabhu, he is such a Bishwapidamaha.
Under the guidance of Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, of course, we need some representative here. I'm not flattering you anyway. I'm telling that how you taking, somebody who's supposed to take responsibility. Yes, Prabhupada is there, it's open secret for everyone, but very few people can jump and take responsibility. Sometimes people, oh, I'm not ready. Don't expect the super sky from the bowl. Situation will never be perfect. And I will sing for you one song at the end. I make one poetry, which I will sing for you. So anyway, this is the idea. We have wonderful opportunity. Spiritual life is not just sitting like monks and sitting just kind of dry philosophical knowledge. No, we have cultural programs, dance, music, rock festivals, sangam festivals. Recently, I invited 30 artists from all over the world, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Europe. We did wonderful concert programs in Shivaratri, on Srimad Bhagavatam, on Ramayana. We have such a culture. So that's why when we don't remember our past, we don't have any future. We have such a Sanatana Dharma, Vedic culture. And we really need to come together to present it. And we have such a wonderful platform to do it. And I'm looking forward that this wonderful coming up temple in Columbus will become the embassy where all world will come to get this Krishna consciousness, this inspiration. And it's not only for Hindus, it's for universal principle of happiness. So that's why together we can do more. Many small hands do big work. So, and of course, we can share much more things with you, but I really wanted to sing one song for you before we stop. You okay? Listen to this. This is a message to all of you, to young people, to senior people, to non-born people, those who are still about to be born. Stand up today, become the change. Get out from your mental cage. Become the voice to speak with grace. With your compassion, others' hearts to reach. And love of Godhead always teach. Don't wait for perfect skies above. Start small, start now with truth and love. A gentle word, a helping hand can heal more than you can understand. To the people listen when others shout, who believes the world is full of doubts. Be patient and lead with grace. And see the soul, not just the face. Build not just walls, but bridges too. Make space for those who are around you. Every soul, don't rush too much. For every soul deserves a hope and chance, a place to grow, a room to dance. Hold no pride in the power of praise, in those lives which you are raised. For your greatness is not the post or reign, but in the kindness that removes the pain. Yes. Let your footsteps echo a peace, and see your teachers always pleased. Give faith to those whose hope has fled. You leave the light where others dread. Lift poor fellows, guide the lost. Stand for the truth, no matter the cost. Even one voice which is strong and kind can shape the thoughts of humankind. Speak with the hope, but act with care. Be truly present, fully there. It's not the big things that transform, but steady hearts through every storm. A better world begins with you in every little thing you do. Together we can lift the earth and speak a golden age and spark the golden age, of course. Rise, not above, but rise within. Being meek and humble, you begin. And as you walk this path of grace, your life will become the holy place. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we are here together to walk this path of grace, of divine grace, who gave us the hope, who gave us the chance to please Sri Krishna, In human life, we have a gift, an opulence, and treasure. The true devotees of the Lord who want to give Him pleasure keep Guru's order in the heart. Example is behold, to whom you meet, give Krishna's feet, 2 lotuses to hold. Don't worry profit or the loss, surrender life to Supreme Boss, and far and wide try spread His fame by chanting sweet and holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.